Hello. Welcome back to another episode of cedh Bling Builds. Today we're going to go over Codie, the Codex in 2022. Has Codie received anything new since its release and since the original video? I don't think so. But, since the time of its release, it's given me plenty of time to play with the deck and fine-tune the deck, I suppose. Now, what Codie wants to do is pretty much want to cast a huge ad nauseum for free, kind of, with Codie's ability. There's the race to 3, and then the race to 4. Tap, you do its thing, right? Make that Wooburg mana, and then go in. You go in, you find the ad naus, you get a huge ad naus. You find some piece to get rid of the Codie, and then you go off from there, usually like an Underworld Breach line or Thassa's Oracle, blah, 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 blah. Do I run Codie enough to consider it a favorite of mine? No, absolutely not. The decks like this kind of get me burned out on the game, to be honest. But when it comes to bling, I guess Codie is a pretty blinged out deck. Only because it's like 5-color good stuff, and it's like things I already own. So even though I don't like main Codie, and with the exception of like less than 5 cards to build the Codie deck, like I already own all this stuff already. So it's not like I went out of my way to build a Codie deck. Okay. On a positive note, let's begin. So you have a Codie, a 3 CMC Wooburg commander, and then 4, you make Wooburg. You only use that Wooburg you use that Wooburg, but you're kind of under this restriction of you can't cast permanent spells. So it's very important that once you're ready to combo off, right, usually the combination of ramp, right, and involving rituals and cheap rocks help you continue your combo until you win. And then Codie has like a soft cascade ability. So what does that mean? Well, the deck wants to be filled up with a bunch of 1 CMC instants and sorceries, so that we can, with Codie's ability, find a profane tutor. You're going to forego the suspend, and you're going to immediately tutor for either, it is very important, a bring to light or an ad nauseum. Bring to light is a niche card that you're not always going to go for. It's usually if you can't produce like that black, or if you need the black, or really whichever one you find with the profane tutor. All depends on how much mana is going to be left over after, and what colors of mana are going to be left over after either bring to light or the ad nauseum. Very simple. And then this deck average CMC is probably like a negative 5, so we're going to cast a thick ad naus and find a win from there. We have our intuition in the deck because we're in Wooburg. It gives us access to unbeatable game-breaking intuition piles, including Sabine's Reclamation, Lion's Eye Diamond, and an Underworld Breach. You get these 3, it really doesn't matter what your opponent gives to you, it's usually GG's. Since we're doing Underworld Breach things, we're gonna, of course, have a Brain Freeze. It could be used as a win condition. Don't bank on it. Usually it's there to help feed our yard through our Underworld Breach lines. Very simple. We have a Thassa's Oracle Demonic Consultation because only edgelords don't include this combo in their deck, because they like to play 2-hour games where it becomes into a Wrath of God tribal. Okay, but since we have this in the deck, might as well have a Tainted Fact. But I also have in my back pocket the Winter Bloom Apprentice combo with Chain of Smog. If anything happened to my fastest Oracle, it's harder to find like a simple win. And so since this deck has space to really do anything I want, as long as the CMC is low enough, then I might as well have this simple combo in my back pocket. Moving on to our creatures package, very teeny tiny creatures package. I don't have time to cast creatures and wait forever. I'm really just trying to find my 3 CMC to cast a Codie and then win on the following turn. So we have Elvish Spirit Guide, Seaman Spirit Guide, and then a Dockside Extortionist. I'm not sure how much value a Dockside Extortionist gets in a deck like this where you're going super duper fast. Many decks have cut cards like Carpet Flowers, Sylvan Library, and even to a degree Heuristic Study, because they're very fast, and two, you don't want to accidentally draw into your Profane Tutor. That's what hurts this deck. Drawing into either your Profane Tutor or your Bring to Light or Ad Nauseam. So if you could prevent yourself from drawing those 3 cards, good luck. And so Heuristic Study would counteract that, because you land like a turn 1 Heuristic Study, you're prone to like draw into those 3 cards more often. But that's rambling. I just don't see how much value a Dockside can get if you cast a fast Codie, which is the aim of the deck. Codie Turbo Naus. Other rituals include our instant sorcery rituals, like our Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Rain of Filth. Another card, I don't know how much value you're going to get from your Rain of Filth if you cast a fast Codie. If the Rain of Filth doesn't work in this deck, maybe put a crop rotation, because the crop rotation could find a Phyrexian tower, and the tower could be used to sack the Codie so that you continue your combo. As a matter of fact, I might make that. So look for the link to the Moxfield list below. Calling the Weak, fantastic way to get rid of Codie. Infernal Plunge, another way to get rid of Codie. Very, very good. And these 1 CMCs will trigger its pseudo cascade. Red Flame, and a Jessica's Will. And then we have these pseudo rituals in the deck, because they have the ability to untap target permanent. So if we can untap Codie and then pay the 4, tap it again. And that's just more colors we could produce. Very, very simple. So we have an Emerald Charm. It untaps a permanent. It can also finger bang an enchantment. Cool. Actually, no lie. I have to look at the Oracle text if a global enchantment just means an enchantment nowadays. Also, this would be great to pop up the Rule of Law enchantments. We have Cerulean Wisps. Codie becomes blue. Very cool. Your opponents are going to become blue because they're going to be super sad that you won turn 2, and then you draw a card. But it has the ability to untap a creature, which is neat. Claim the Firstborn sorcery. It does 3 things. It could take 3 CMC or less creature. It could untap a creature, and then it gives a creature haste. Right? These are all periods. So it steals a creature a period, untaps a creature a period, and that creature gains a haste period. So a very, very versatile card. Pretty neat. You can take your opponents off of their Dranath Magistrate if he's cock blocking you. Our counters package. We have a Silence, the Veil of Summer, an Offer, Dispel, Flugu Starstorm, Miscast, Swan Songarino, Mental Misstep, Pact Negation, and a Force of Will. The next 2 cards are very, very important. We have a new card, a Slip Out the Back, that's what she said, and March of Swirling Mists. And both these cards are pretty neat. because they have some versatility to them. You can cast your Codie and then just take him out of the equation while your opponents try to figure out, they're going to be pulling their hair out, trying to figure out how not to lose when the turn comes back to you. Also, it could just get Codie out of the way so that you can cast your permanents. Then they can also remove stacks, Hate Bear. So very, very versatile cards. Other things are like a removal package, really just trying to remove the things that are impeding your win, the stacks pieces, the Hate Bears. So we have a Pongify, Rapid Hybridization, Suspendorino, Chain of Vapor, Nature's Claim, Assassin's Trophy, and an Abrupt Decay. There's no Cyclonic Rift in here. There's no Winds of Rebuke, even though I could put the Cyclonic Rift in the Winds of Rebuke. But if you have the Cyclonic Rift and you're going to wind up casting it for its for 7, then you're having a bad day and you're probably not going to come back from that game. Our draw package, we have OG Brainstorm, OG Preordain, OG Ponder, OG Cataxian Probe. We have Peer into the Abyss. And then we're going to go really hard on the wheels. Really, really hard on the wheels. We have a Windfall, Wheel of Misfortune, Wheel of Fortune, and a Timed Twistorino. This is not the same as the others, but that's fine. We also have Mnemonic Betrayal. Just because we're in a wheel strategy, we're in Wooburg, so we could get away with a wheel strategy. Find a win through our opponents, just in case. Again, there's really space in the deck to do so, but the wheels package could be easily substituted for something else. Pneumonic Betrayal is kind of like a Yawgmoth's Will. Not really. It's a Yawgmoth's Will for our opponents. We have the Yawgmoth's Will in here just to get back something important that we lost. But looking through the cards that are already in the deck, no, yeah, I get back like a lost Witherbloom or a Thoracle, just to wrap things up right then and there. If for whatever reason I can't find my Underworld Breach. And then Noxious Revival, a little bit more recursion. Our tutors package, we have a Gamble, Mystical Tutor, Vampiric Tutor, Imperial Seal, Demonic Tutor, and a Praetor's Grasp. Very, very good card. Don't underestimate the power of a Praetor's Grasp. You could take your opponent off of their bullshit combo, or you could find the other half of your combo in your opponent's deck if your opponents build their decks according to the metagame. Right? If they're stupid and random, don't Praetor's Grasp your opponent for the other half of your combo. And the only problem with a Praetor's Grasp is that the card that you cast from exile cannot be substituted with mana of any color. You have to be able to produce that color. Wrapping things up, enchantments, artifacts, lands, we have Mystic Remore. That's it, no Ristic Study. I don't want to draw into Ad Naus or a Profane Tutor. Bring to Late, I guess, whatever. Rocks, we have Lotus Petal, Jewel Lotus, Chromox, Monk's Diamond, Mana Vault, Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, and that's that. Tiny, tiny, tiny rock package. Our lands package, very simple. We have all 10 fetches. We have all 10 duels. We have Phyrexian Tower. Again, I should put the crap rotation. I don't know why I blanked. That to get the Phyrexian Tower, just to sack it. Sack the Codie to continue our combos. An Ancient Tomb, City of Traders, Crystal Vein, because we're going to go fast, brum, brum. I don't own the Mishra's Factory. Is it Mishra's Factory? And no, I missed the opportunity to buy a card like that, and so it's long gone. I'll never buy it. Our rainbows, we have a Gemstone Cavern, Command Tower, Mana Confluence, and a City of Brass. And there you have it. You have a Codie, the Codex in 2022. A very, very not fun deck to play that will make you lose all your friends. Maybe bring it to like a tournament if the prize pool, if the prize is like a really, really good prize. And I guess if the deck allows proxies. Is this a cheap deck? I guess it's without the wheels. I guess you could swap out the the duels for shocks. The rocks you should have if you're playing Commander, because they're just, I'm sorry, but they're staples. The Mox Diamond is a little harder to have gotten. Oh, the LED. Shit. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess you can't play this deck if it's a not proxy friendly. Sorry about that. Anyway, leave a like and a comment and share. I'm just kidding. And let me know what you want to see next. Ta-ta, farewell.